Hello, hello, hello. What's up? It's your girl Twan Mystic from HouseMystic.com. Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, what's up? I am Twan. Okay, so it looks a little different today because my setup was just, I was getting frustrated and I knew I wanted to be able to put this out. So I'm just like, whatever. So we're chilling on my bed. Okay, and in today's reading, we're talking all about something's about to happen for you. Something's about to happen for you. And this is a message meant to kind of tell you what that thing is. And you're meant to hear this message before it happens. Okay. So go ahead and light your candles, light your incense, and light your blunts because we're about to get real deep with this reading. And if you love deep and insightful pick cards, definitely hit that notification bell and that subscribe button so you're notified every single time I drop something new, okay? So go ahead and pick the picture or the number you feel the most drawn to and go to the corresponding timestamps in my description or in my comment section, and I will see you there. Hello, hello, hello. Those of you that chose pile number 1, let's get into your reading all about there's something coming for you. There's something not coming for you, but there's something about to happen for you, and this is the message you're meant to hear before it happens. So now we're about to see what it is that's going to be happening for you, okay? So let's see. So we have, I didn't mean to do this. So we have 8 of Swords. Okay, don't get too shook. Okay, we have 8 of Swords. We have 2 of Cups. We have 4 of Swords. And, let's just stop there. So right there, first of all, this is so interesting. They're all even numbers. Yeah, okay. Anywho, interesting. Like, her eyes are closed. Her eyes are blind, like she's blindfolded over here, but then there's these 2 people that's looking at each other over here. So that makes me think there are some things coming that you don't see coming, which, I mean, that's kind of like the whole point of this reading, but I feel like there's certain things that you don't see coming, and I feel like it may have something to do with relationships. So maybe there's a person you're about to meet that could change the course of your life, or maybe this the person that you're meant to be with, or but there's some type of like important relationship coming into your life, or there are some important developments happening in a certain relationship, whether it's like a partner, a friend, or something. But there's like there's definitely something that you don't see coming when it comes to like your associations, and I definitely feel like this person could change the course of your life. So let's see what else we have here. Grieving, interesting. We have grieving. Psychic abilities. Interesting that we have these people that have their eyes closed, but then we have this person that has 3 eyes. And then we have spirit guide. Okay. So first of all, with this grieving, this is making me think that maybe you're going through something right now and you kind of are like, I don't even know how I'm gonna get out of this. I can't even see my way out of this right now. And the fact that like these 2 people, their eyes are closed, but then they're looking at each other, and then we have 3 eyes over here, and then we have the spirit guide. Oh, and then her eyes are, I've never noticed this about this card, and I've had these cards for at least 5 years, and I never noticed how up here her eyes are open, but down here the eyes are closed. I never noticed that before. Anyway, I definitely feel like you're about to go through some type of spiritual awakening. You're about to, I think you're about to go through some type of spiritual awakening. And I also feel like you're about to see something in the physical that you couldn't see before. Like maybe your intuition's been telling you certain things, and your spirit guides have been telling you like, yeah, this is about to happen. This is what's going to happen. This is, this. Like just telling you different signs, giving you different signs. And you're just kind of like, all right. And I feel like this same message came up in another pile, like not another pile, another pick a card that I did recently. But, yeah, like is like you don't see what's coming. And I feel like it's going to be bigger and better than what you imagined for a lot of you guys. But because, yeah, right now you're just kind of like maybe grieving or worried or, kind of like, I mean, God, I'm praying to you. Like, what's up? Like, what's up? Or I've been asking you, or I've been, trying to figure things out. And I feel like, yeah, you're about to see something in your reality, like a physical manifestation of like your vision of seeds you've planted and things like that. So yeah, let's see what else. Wait, because I had these upside down. Wait, or were they? I don't even know anymore. Okay. Finality. Okay, yeah, these were upside down like this, but we'll just do it like this. All right, so I know because when I shuffled it, were these? Yeah. Okay, this was reversed when I shuffled it. So yeah, finality. When I first looked at it, it was upright, but then I know originally it was like this. So I definitely feel like there is a phase of your life coming to an end, like some type of like this grieving card. Like that's, I feel like that's the end of that. It's the end of your grieving. It's the end of your suffering, the end of your, and when I say this, life is not perfect. There's always going to be things that kind of, take place where it's like, dang, I wish that didn't happen. But I feel like this is the end of things being so hard, the end of you being stuck. Because like this card, look, she looks stuck. She's tied up. She's like, what the hell? And I feel like it's the end of that. It's the end of your feeling stuck or restrained or, yeah. Clock. Needing time, cycles, and takes time to heal, progressing. Okay, so I feel like, yeah, you've been waiting for things to get better. I mean, I don't think you've been waiting with your, twiddling your thumbs, but I do feel like you're like, when's my time? So you're like, why have things been so difficult over and over and over again? Like, when is it going to get easy for me? Or when is there going to be some type of like light at the end of the tunnel? And then we have distracted, sidetrack, changes, delays. Yeah. See, you've been waiting. There's been a lot of delays. And it's just been really distracting. It's really been like, I don't know. But I feel like that's about to turn around. Like, you're not going to be grieving too much longer. You're not going to be worried too much longer. Especially, like I said, both of these, their eyes were closed, but then there's like these two people with their eyes open and a third eye here, and then we have this person with their eyes closed but then their eyes open. So it's definitely making me think that there is some type of like development happening here, where it's like it goes from things being one way to it being another way. And it keeps making me think of a reading I recently did about the waterfall. And it keeps kind of coming up, and I'm wondering if it's because when I'm making this, and that's why I even made this reading, we're heading out of retrograde because Mercury already went forward and Venus is no longer retrograde. And yeah, so yeah, you can definitely expect things to start flowing a lot easier, a lot quicker, a lot, so I think you maybe had a bit of a tough retrograde, or maybe just it's been tough for a couple months or couple years or something like that. But I feel like you're heading out of that tough season. So yeah, we also have mistakes, but it's reversed. And then we have longing, craving, aching, wanting. Yeah, so you've been wanting something, you've been waiting. You're just like, okay, spirit, like, hello. I need the job. I need the car. I need, you know what I mean? There's things you've been working at, and it's just been taking a while. And I definitely think things are about to pick up for you. And yeah, with these two planets going forward, there won't be a retrograde until May. So I definitely see some people like seeing an acceleration of things. So if things have been slow, trust and believe it's about to turn around. All right, so we got the bowl of answers. Let's choose from the bowl of answers. Pay attention to red flags. Interesting. So maybe that's another thing too, because I felt like your eyes were opening to something. So you are going to be seeing maybe some red flags or something with someone, or maybe with your life, and yeah, because it doesn't have to just be about someone else. It could be you being like, okay, this is why, I don't know, this is how I'm holding myself back, or these are the habits that's holding me back. Like, I definitely see you just recognizing red flags maybe within other people and within you, especially because with these eyes, I feel like there's going to be a lot of eye openers. Okay, so we have Satisfy My Soul by Bob Marley. Okay. And then we have Capricorn. Ambitious, disciplined, responsible, practical, hardworking, patient, determined, traditional, and it's funny because it says patient because it's ruled by Saturn, and Saturn sometimes causes delays. So some of you guys could have had some stuff going on with Saturn. We currently have Saturn and Pisces. So maybe it was opposing you, maybe it was making a square to you, or maybe it was transiting something having to do with like your money and finances or something, or you're going through a Saturn return. It could be any of those, but yeah, there was definitely some delays. Oh, and then we have make the effort, and I feel like Saturn energy is about making the effort, because Saturn gonna show you where you can do better. Okay. Blessed by Glorilla. This keeps coming up in all my readings. I mean, it could be because it's the bowl of answers, and I use the same bowl of answers every time. But I definitely feel like some of these delays were low-key blessings in disguise, and for some of you, it redirected you. It had you kind of maybe look at a few things. Like, for example, I don't know, like, let's say you are really wanting something and maybe nothing was working for you to get it, so you turn to being like, okay, maybe I should say affirmations more, maybe I should pray more, maybe I should get into manifesting content or whatever. I don't know. So because of the fact that something wasn't working out, it made you turn to that type of content, and then it inspired you to do something else. I don't know, but I definitely feel like there's certain things that are like catalysts, that were meant to be catalysts. Oh wow, don't look back, you're not going that way. Yep. And the fact that it's talking about look, and we were talking about the eyes. So yeah, I definitely feel like some of you guys you're ending a cycle of, I don't know, things being hard. Money trees, Kendrick Lamar. So definitely getting some money. I definitely feel like money's going to be flowing a lot more now that this phase of your life is over. And we have I Miss You by Beyonce. That's funny because we have longing here. So maybe soon you'll be hearing from someone that misses you. But it could also be that like there's something that you've been wanting, and that's what that it is, that is like something that you've been wanting is finally about to manifest for you. Okay, so that was your reading, pile number 1. If it resonated with you, let me get a eye emoji, because it's like the eyes keep coming up here, and I feel like there's gonna be a lot of eye openers for you in the next couple weeks. Okay, so of course come back and tell me the tea. All right, so if you want to book a reading, you want to follow me on social media, buy my art, join the Patreon, all those good things, definitely go ahead and hit that those links in my description or in my comment section, and I will see you again soon. Peace. Hello. Those of you that chose pile number 2, let's get into your reading all about basically this is meant to be like a message that's meant to find you before something big happens for you. And yeah, we're about to see what that is. Okay? So yeah, this message was meant to find you, to kind of like give you a warning, a heads up, I don't know, whatever. Okay, so yeah, let's get into it. If you want to book a reading for me, follow me on social media, join the Patreon, buy my art, all that good stuff is below, okay? So yeah, let's get into it. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, we starting out strong. Oh, another Pentacle card. 7 of Pentacles. Temperance. Pile number 2. I keep hearing master manifester. I don't know if some of you guys are like manifesting generators, life path 11s, life path 1s, one of the fixed signs, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius. I almost wanted to say Pisces. We'll just throw Pisces in there, but that's not a mutable sign. But Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, and Taurus, those are the fixed signs. Because we have Taurus right here. But I feel like you are a master manifester. I don't know. Or you're about to manifest something big. There might have been another pile you were drawn to, but I feel like you're about to manifest something big. I don't know. And this is making me think of, you've been waiting too. There was another pile where I talked about that. But I feel like it's either you've been waiting, because even this temperance is here, that you've been waiting, but it could also be that you've been putting in that work. You've been putting in that work for a long time, and you was just waiting for your turn. And that could be like, maybe you do something within the entertainment industry, or this could be like with your job, or like with a business you have. It's something like that. And you've been putting in that work. You've been, crossing all your T's, dotting your I's. You've been doing all the things. And maybe you've been kind of asking Spirit, like, all right, so when is it my turn? I've seen all these other people kind of get what they want, so when do I get what I want? Something like that. Or that's what I'm actually just sensing that for a lot of you guys. But what else am I seeing? There could also be an important purchase you're about to make that you don't know you're about to make. Because maybe you didn't get the money yet, and you don't even know you're about to get some type of large amount of money or something. Because like in my head, I ended up not even using those cards, but in my mind, I keep seeing this card from one of my decks, and it says opportunity, and she's just like standing there with her hands open like that, and it's like there's gold coins falling on her or whatever. And that's what I'm seeing for you. Like, it doesn't have to necessarily be a windfall of money. For some of you guys it is, but I feel like there could be some type of like major opportunity that comes in that's like, that puts you in like another tax bracket for some of you guys. because for it to go to from Seven of Pentacles to the Queen, even though the Queen is not the last card of that suit, it's next to the last card of the suit. So it's making me think that, like, yeah, you're going from one level to another level financially. So some of you guys could be at a certain job right now, and then you're about to get a job that pays like way more than that. Or let's say with your business, maybe you make, you make decent money. It's about to be way more than that. It's like from one extreme to another. Let me not say extreme, because that sounds a little scary and negative, but I mean more so like your life was one way and now it's this way. So yeah, you were probably definitely drawn to another pile. Yeah, let's see what else. Passion. Ooh. Truth. Interesting. And then we have compassion. We have passion and compassion. So first of all, this is definitely making me think that something you're passionate about, definitely something you're passionate about, is meant to bring you a lot of fortune. But not only is it meant to bring you good fortune, like as far as financially, it's also meant to like touch people all over the world. Because like, see how she has her hands on the globe like that? And every time I see this card, it's so funny because I said Pisces, and every time I see this card, it makes me think of Pisces. And I know I said Pisces accidentally earlier. So yeah, it always makes me think of Pisces energy. So I feel like many of you guys could be Pisces placements, or Neptune, something with Neptune, like on like making an aspect with one of your like big three planets, or maybe your Venus. We'll even say Mercury, because Mercury is how you think. So yeah, but I definitely feel like something that you're passionate about, that you're naturally good at, is meant to touch the world, a lot of people all over the world. So yeah, if you've been recently, because like this truth card and the fact that it's a mirror, for some reason it's making me think of, I don't think you see yourself how other people see you. And what I mean by that is like, I'll use myself as an example, right? So I remember a while ago, I was trying to work at this place, and they were looking for tarot readers. They were literally looking for tarot readers. And I was like, oh yeah, let me go apply. So I applied, right? And when I went for the interview, it went great. It was a wonderful interview. The reading I did was accurate. It was great, right? Then they ended up not giving me the job. Why? Because they looked at me as competition. And I'm thinking, how could I be competition when I'm just, I'm just me. I'm just one person. Y'all are a whole corporation. And look, my phone dinged. I think I'm onto something, but I'm like, I'm just a person. Y'all are a whole corporation. Y'all looking at me as competition. And from that day on, I'm like, there's something that they see in me that I was not seeing in myself. You know what I'm saying? And I guess because they looked on my Instagram and they're like, oh, she has a lot of followers and blah, 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 blah. So they looked at me as competition. And I'm like, I don't look at myself as competition, but they saw me as competition. And I was just like, wow, I need to take myself more seriously. So yeah, I feel like there's something about you that you don't see about yourself. Like, maybe you don't realize how talented you are. You don't realize how powerful you are. You don't realize you don't realize a lot of things about yourself. And I think it's time. It's time for you to look in the mirror. Okay, Bookie, look in the mirror and start telling yourself, like, you know what? I really am that bitch. I really am that bitch. And Yeah, like start gassing yourself up and start realizing like who the hell you are. And I feel like maybe you're starting to see that, or it's time to start seeing that, because it's like gonna shift your whole reality. Oh, this is so funny. We have rejection. And I literally just talked about how I got rejected. How I got rejected. And I think for some of you guys, you've been rejected. You've been, and maybe sometimes you thought about like, sorry, I had to pause for a second, but yeah, maybe we got rejected, but sometimes rejection is God's protection. You know what I mean? Like that's God's protection. When something doesn't work out, it's God's protection. And I feel like, kind of like what I said with another pal, you don't see it yet though. You don't see it yet though. Why that rejection was God's protection. For some of you guys, this could be with like a partner. This could be with like I said, a job. It could be so many different things, but it's a blessing in disguise. Oh, family. It says fertility, parenthood, pregnancy. So this doesn't have to actually be, pregnancy. It could literally just be that some of you guys, it's like you're about to have a rebirth. You're having a rebirth right now, and you're being called to remember who the hell you are. Okay, and then we have running reversed. And we have emotional storm reversed. Yeah, I definitely... Oh, wait a second. Wait a freaking second. We have rejection in family. I feel like some of you guys had some things happen in your upbringing that made you maybe not so confident in yourself and your ideas, and maybe made you think you couldn't aim high, or that like what you want is not real, is not possible, and all this other stuff. And I feel like you're about to not only prove them wrong, you're gonna prove like that inner critic wrong. Okay, in these coming weeks. Okay, so let's choose from the bowl of answers. Money trees again. And it's funny because he's a Gemini, and I wanted to say things about the mutable signs, but I'm like, am I about to list all the signs right now? But Sag is right here, and I accidentally said Pisces, and Kendrick Lamar is a Gemini. So money trees, so yeah, your money is coming. And then it says Pisces. My God. Okay. Dreamy, intuitive, compassionate, artistic, emotional, spiritual, sensitive. And this makes me think of the passion. Like I said, something that you're really good at is meant to touch a lot of people. So it could be something with art, music, content, or something like that. Don't look back. You're not going that way. So yeah, you could have been drawn to another pile. And I do feel like some of this with this saying, don't look back, you're not going that way, I feel like it has something to do with your family and your upbringing, and how they may have kind of told you certain things weren't real or possible or whatever. And then look, we have Sagittarius, mutable sign, and it says adventurous, optimistic, free-spirited, philosophical, spontaneous, and wise. And the fact that it says optimistic on here makes me think of, like I said, you need to really quiet that inner critic and realize that it is possible. Whatever it is that you're dreaming of, it is actually possible. Then we have Capricorn. Yeah, see, and this, it says traditional on here, and this makes me think of family and how something with your upbringing, maybe even your culture, maybe demonizes certain things, or like, I don't know, lives in certain ways that maybe you don't agree with, or something like that. And maybe people don't agree with what you're doing. It's something like that. But I definitely feel like you are being pushed out of there into becoming your own person, and to remember who the hell you are, and not let those things that people have said cloud your judgment. Okay? about who you are. They've projected onto you, and now it's time to let go of that projection. Okay? So that was your reading, pile number 2. If it resonated with you, let me get a fire emoji, because like all this fire on this passion card is crazy. Okay? So yes, let me get a fire emoji in the comments. If you want to book me for a reading, if you want to tip me, if you want to join the Patreon, if you want to follow me on social media, if you want to buy some of my art, all that information is below. Okay? I hope you have a great rest of the day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Peace. Hello. Those of you that chose pile number 3, let's get into your reading all about because I'm not even sure exactly what I'm gonna name this pick a card until I actually start editing. But this reading is meant to be almost like a forewarning, a heads up, a reading that's meant to tell you about this big thing that's coming for you, because these planets are not, none of the planets are going to be retrograde, and I feel like it's going to kickstart a lot of things for people over the next couple of weeks. So this is the message you're meant to hear before it happens. Okay, so yeah, let's get into your reading. All right, so we got 10 of Swords reversed. Love to see that, because child. Oh, then we have the Devil. Yeah. Then we have Strength. Okay. Pile motherfucking 3. And I looked at the timer and it said 111. Pile 3. My God. I don't know if it's a person or if it's an entity or what. I don't know. And I hate doing, like, saying this in readings, and I've said this before, because I don't like to be the one that's just like, oh, it's the devil, or it's just people out to get me, because sometimes it literally be your own actions that will fuck you up. Okay, but I feel like for some of you guys, no, dead ass, a negative spirit, entity, or person that was throwing negative energy your way, They was trying to take you out, pile 3. And like I said, I hate to be that person to say that, but it is what it is. If it doesn't resonate with you, that means this is not for you. Okay? But another thing could be here, it doesn't have to just be someone throwing negative energy your way. I do think for some of you guys it is, but for some of you guys, you could have had like super harsh transits. Super harsh transits going on right now, and yeah, it's just, and it makes me think of something I said in another pile. So you could have been drawn to another pile, but I feel like you've been able to endure it, like with this Devil being here. But then we have the Strength card, because the fact that this is reversed and we have the Devil here, it lets me know that you're actively overcoming something. You're actively overcoming something, and you have what it takes to act, like, not to act, but to actively overcome this thing. Let's see what else comes out here, because whoa. Love, wow. And she's holding a rose quartz, so rose quartz could be significant, like maybe there's a need to work with rose quartz. Finding, oh wait, what's the next card? I'm sorry. We have Trust. Okay. The fact that we have Finding and Love is so interesting. So you were probably definitely drawn to another pile, because Finding Love definitely makes me think in the very near future, that it for you is you finding love. And the fact that we have Trust, I think, is very funny, because it's going to require you to have trust, especially if you you've kind of written off love because of some BS you've experienced. but it could also be maybe you're with someone already and you kind of been like, can I trust this person? I don't know. I don't trust nobody. Like, kind of maybe sabotaging a little bit, some of you guys. But I feel like this is spirit trying to say that it's over, that negative, rough spots with your love life or within a relationship is over. But this devil card also makes me think for a select few of you that there could have been someone trying to work magic when it comes to your love life, like not wanting you to find anyone else, not wanting you to be able to move forward in love or something like that. Yeah, that could be the case for some of you guys, but it could just also be super harsh transits as well. It could be super harsh transits that was happening regarding like your love life. Okay. My phone just made a noise. So maybe like yeah, you had some type of transit with Saturn, or definitely with Venus, or with your moon or something like that, and it kind of fucked shit up with your love life. Yes, maybe even with your money too. But we have trust here, so I definitely feel like things are like actively turning around. I also keep feeling like you need to use Psalms 23, Psalm 91, Psalms 109. Be careful with that one. And Psalm 70. So, check that out. Check that out. And yeah, something with your love life. Wow. Because the finding love is taking me out right now, because yeah, and then you notice how both of them, their eyes are closed again. This is making me think of another pile. So you were, and I said that in that pile too about the eyes closed, and that one, love came up in that reading, that part too. So yeah, and see, they're both of their eyes are closed and they're touching their heart. Well, she looks like she's hugging herself, but she's kind of touching her heart with the rose quartz. So that's making me think that, first of all, you're being given the opportunity to follow your heart, or there's going to be something that you find that you really love. Like maybe it could even be like a job that you find that you really love, or some type of opportunity coming in that you end up really loving. Okay, and Spirit is wanting you to have trust that it's coming in for you. And I don't know why I'm okay, sorry. Because I'm also hearing for some of you guys, not everyone needs to know about some of these blessings. Like, I mean, you know, you could tell your close friends, family, whatever, but I feel like some people low-key gonna get mad, or there could be people kind of wanting to speak fear into your plans, and that came up in another pile. But I just keep hearing this thing with my mom, because I applied for something, right? I applied for something, and it's like I really didn't want to tell her about it because my mom is such a fear monger. I love her to death, but she, oh my goodness, she can be so freaking negative oftentimes, okay? Oh, and then look, there we go. That's 2 sounds my phone made, okay? 2. So I feel like I'm onto something. So she can be so freaking negative. And I remember I asked her for her laptop, because basically I was going to have to use her laptop instead of my laptop, because I have a MacBook. And basically I ended up telling her what was going on and why I needed her laptop and blah, blah, blah. So she gonna, like, ever since I told her about that, she just every day asks, did you hear back from the people? Oh, yeah, that means that they probably they probably didn't pick you. You know, stuff like that. And I'm just like, man, I wish I never told this lady. I wish I would have never told this lady what I had going on, because now she gonna have me thinking maybe they didn't pick me. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that some of you guys, like, there's a need to keep certain things to yourself, or like maybe, and then my phone lit up again. Or made a noise again. So I definitely feel like there's certain things you may need to keep to yourself, or like maybe not tell the full details of what's going on. I don't know, but I definitely feel like there's some type of like negative entity or monitoring spirit or something like that. And it's so funny because I follow Big Empress Energy on Instagram, and her pile 3 for something that she posted, but it was on Instagram, has something to do with this. And now I'm getting the same message in my own reading. So shout out to her. And and also, yeah, that's interesting. And my phone keeps making noises. So we have obsession in reverse. There's someone that's low-key obsessed with you. Oh my God. Low-key, ever so low-key obsessed with you. But for some of you guys, this is more so of like you finding that thing, like finding that job, that person, that whatever it is that you've been looking for, but because you stopped being obsessed with it. You stopped being so attached to the outcome. You stopped being so like doubtful. You stopped obsessing over a negative outcome. You know what I mean? Like I think that's what's happening. Like you're kind of, maybe you're at a space where you're giving it to God, or maybe this was your message meant to tell you, you know, just give it to God and it's going to happen for you. Oh, look, we got not today, boundaries and hurt, avoiding conversations, not dealing, still upset. This is what I'm talking about with the boundaries. Like, there's certain things that you may not need to tell people, or maybe you don't need to tell the full story, or just nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, there could be people wanting to, or not wanting to, well, some people wanting to rain on your parade and mess things up for you. But for some people, it's like, they thrive on fear. Or maybe not thrive, but like they live their life in fear. Picture, looking at pictures, missing you, nostalgia, make new memories. Okay, so some of you guys, you were definitely drawn to another pile, because literally the song I Miss You by Beyonce came up. So yeah, there could be someone missing you, clearly. And then the fact that we have not today definitely makes me think that, like I was saying, you had some negative experiences in your love life, possibly, and it's like you had to take a step back and be like, you know what, I'm putting this in God's hands, and yeah, that's it at this point. And then we have, oh my God, we have conflict, clashing, differences, incompatibility. So yeah, some of you guys, if you are currently going through a breakup, or you, okay. So if you are currently going through a breakup, or you went through a breakup recently, that is a blessing in disguise, because you're about to find your true love, especially because it says finding love and then trust. This is making me think of like your true love. You're finding your true love, or if you are with someone, this is your true love, and Spirit is like, yeah, stop self-sabotaging because of the past, because we have make new memories. Stop projecting, because this is not that, unless you clearly know that this is that, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like Spirit is trying to say you done found your true love, or you're about to find your true love, and it's not going to be a bunch of this. Okay, so let's choose from the bowl of answers real quick. Confidence is key. Not I miss you. Oh my God, I Miss You by Beyonce came up. I literally said that. Okay, so someone is clearly missing you. Is it a Virgo? Because we have Virgo. So it could be someone with Virgo in their chart, 6th house placements, or one of the mutable signs. Pisces, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Gemini. So they could have one of those in their charts, but they're definitely missing you. And then we have artist. Yeah, some of you guys could be an artist. Maybe you're missing your art, or maybe you're finding, or maybe spirit is saying like to trust that if you follow your heart when it comes to like your art or your craft or something like that, that you will find success. Okay, one more. Someone is in love with you. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're gonna leave it there. So that was your reading, pile number 1. If it resonated with you, let me get some butterfly and heart emojis, okay? Because I feel like your heart's going to be happy very soon. If it's not happy right now, it's going to be happy very soon. Or Spirit is saying it's okay to be happy and optimistic. Okay? So, yeah, let me get that in the comments. If you want to book me for a reading, tip me, follow me on social media, join the Patreon, buy my art. Did I say book me for a reading? Book me for a reading? All that information is below, okay? I hope you have a great rest of the day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Peace.